Now, proof of how pivoting in a pandemic can really pay off. Restaurants come and go in the best of times, but COVID really hammered local eateries on a grand scale. But as CBS 4's Hank Tester reports, along Coral Gables Miracle Mile, many shuttered restaurants are being replaced by new and updated culinary concepts.
Early evening, before the dinner rush, Coral Gables, Miracle Mile, lots of empty storefronts, shuttered restaurants like Ordinique on the Mile, California Pizza Kitchen, Miller's Ale House. John Martin's closed. The Mile kind of in a lull, COVID, and while developers waited for zoning changes for parking and building heights. That approved by the City Commission, that'll spur redevelopment of some of the older 1- and 2-story shops. Meanwhile, into the void, restaurants. Sure, the Gables has plenty already, but now more opening where others closed.
It was one of the biggest challenges I have had in my career.
Talking about opening the Gramercy, a New York-based restaurant concept. The restaurant fills a space formerly occupied by the popular Tarpon Band. A large space, plenty of outdoor dining, finding staff, navigating the COVID protocols, but they're open and thriving, especially with pandemic-weary patrons eager to dine out.
We've been at home for a long time, so everyone wants to be out.
The Mile revamped in 2016, a painfully slow and expensive process that saw some businesses depart. In the wake, increased rents and developers scooping up properties that produced a malaise, and then came the COVID. Some restaurants and businesses faded, but in recent months, the Gables Business Improvement District officials say 29 new restaurants and retailers have opened this year. By our count, 15 are restaurants when you include the Giralda Plaza.
We had a lot of time through the pandemic to think in new concepts, to come up with very good ideas.
Filling the space of the closed Cibo Wine Bar at 45 Miracle Mile, Forte by Chef Adrian. The Starbucks moved, and its place, Sushi Saki, preparing to open. John Martin's, owners retired, set for a new lease on life, same name, opened during the pandemic. Well, that's Gustav at 366 Miracle Mile. Sisi Mediterranean at 136 on the Mile. And back at the Gramercy,
every week we're dealing on how do we expand more to take more reservations.
The new owners at John Martin's promise a renovation to be open sometime in the fall. This is just part of what appears to be a mini renaissance of restaurants in Coral Gables Miracle Mile. Hank Tester, CBS 4 News.